welcome. If you don't have your notepads with you, I will advise you to have a notepad because this session is going to be very impactful. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen. I'll share my screen and then we'll get started. Can you all see my screen?
Still loading.
Okay, awesome.
All right, it has come.
Wonderful.
Okay, what's that statement about? I want to know. Okay, so our topic is mastering the art of pitch decks and presentation. And basically, this presentation is designed for the Project YEED participants. And like Gio mentioned earlier, two of us are going to be making this presentation, my humble self and the Honorable Mr. Gio Lawal. I'll say that I'm really excited. Guys, please hold on. Please, if you are not speaking, please mute yourself, please. Mute yourself if you are not speaking, please. Mute yourself, please. Okay, so like I said, I'm really excited to have you here, to be here, and to also have the opportunity to speak with you guys today. And we are talking about how to create a winning deck and winning pitch deck, and also to deliver a compelling presentation. So for this presentation, we're going to be focusing on whether you are pitching for funding, partnership, or business opportunity. I would say that your pitch deck plays a critical role in making a strong first impression. I mean, it is your chance to clearly communicate with your vision, engage your audience, and inspire action. So in this session, we will cover the essential elements of pitch deck, best practices for design and storytelling, and key presentation skills to help you deliver with confidence. But before we start, I would like to ask you some few questions. So I'm going to ask you some few questions. So let's do a quick challenge. First of all, how many of you have ever prepared a pitch or have ever pitched an idea or business before? How many of you have ever pitched an idea or business before? How many of you have ever made a presentation about your business before? Please raise up your hand if you'd like to speak at this point. Maybe I should stop sharing my screen so I can see the hands up. Okay. Okay, please unmute yourself if you want to speak. Unmute yourself, please, if you would like to speak. Okay, so does that mean no one? I can't even see my screen, so I don't know if anyone is raising up their hand. Okay, so not officially. So it means that a lot of us on this call have never pitched our business before or an idea. Okay, so also another question I would like to ask. How would you describe your business idea or personal brand? Can one or two of you just talk about your business? So let's say I do not know you, I don't know what your business is about. Can you just talk about your business in 30 seconds? Who would like to go? Please, guys, yeah. I want this session to be very engaging. I would like everyone to get involved. So who would like to? Okay, please go on.
My name is Teslim Oludun Adebayo. I would like to talk.
Sorry, I can't hear your name, please. Teslim Oludun Adebayo. Please go on.
Yes, ma'am. I am the CEO of Mobolowaji Welding, and I am the CEO.
Teslim, if you are speaking, I can't hear you. Is it from my end or from Teslim's end?
I'm speaking.
Good morning, ma.
Okay, yes. Adebimpe, please go on.
Good morning, ma. My name is Bimpe. Good morning, ma. Everybody, good morning. My name is Bimpe. I'm into biddings. And the purpose of this is to help people that want to look beautiful and affordable. People that want to stand out without having to have the same look with others when they go out. So the essence of my business is to make people stand out and look unique wherever they go. I can always customize stuffs for you if you don't want something, if you want them custom made jewelries. I also do that. Thank you, ma.
Okay, thank you, Adebimpe.
Ma.
Teslim, you said you
Yes.
are speaking, but we couldn't hear you. Do you want to
Oh,
go on
sorry,
now?
sorry, ma. Yes,
Okay,
ma.
please go on. Please go on.
I am the CEO of Moboluwaji Wedding and Iron Bedding industry. I produce metallic doors and gates for maximum security and last longing at affordable price. Hello.
Interesting. Yes, we got that. Thank you, Teslim, and thank you, Adebimpe. That was
You are
really
welcome, ma.
good. That was really good. So another thing I would like to ask now, I mean, in the course of this training, there is something we're going to get at the end of this training. So for instance, let's say you are in an elevator with the CEO of your dream investor. What will be the first thing you will say to get their attention? Please note that a lot of CEOs are very busy, and then the elevator is just going to be for 30 seconds or 1 minute. How would you pitch your idea? How would you quickly speak to them within 1 minute or 30 seconds without taking so much of your time, and to make the conversation engaging, and they want to listen more to you? So I want you guys to take note of this question, and then maybe at the end of this presentation, we will now revisit the question and see if you are able to come up with something for your business that you can discuss with a CEO within 30 seconds that you are in the elevator. Okay, so I'll continue sharing my screen now. Thank you, everyone, for your contribution. Thank you. Okay, please confirm if you can all see my screen.
Yes, we are seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Okay, so this session, we're going to talk about what makes a great speech, the key elements of a compelling presentation, how to engage your audience effectively, and then at the end of the session, we would expect that you understand the key elements of winning a pitch deck, you have learned how to structure your ideas for maximum impact. You have gained insight into presentation techniques that boost confidence and engagement. Let me mention that a great speech is more than just slides. It's about telling the compelling stories that captures attention and drives actions. So guys, let's get started. If there's any of your mates that is not on this call, please send them a message, encourage them to join the call, put a call through to them, because this is not a session they would want to miss. So if you are asked why a strong pitch deck matters, so I will say that the key elements of a well-structured pitch deck includes it must capture attention quickly. You know, I mentioned earlier that if you meet a CEO and you meet a CEO in an elevator and you have just 30 minutes or 30 minutes, 1 hour to introduce your business, how do you go about that without, you know that a lot of time our attention like I mentioned, that CEOs usually get busy. They don't want their attention divided, things like that. They just want to quickly listen to the first few words you want to say before they move on to the next thing. Within the first 30 seconds, they already know whether they want to continue to listen to you or not. So how do you achieve that? For someone that is selling beads now, she mentioned earlier that she would want the reason why she's doing beads is to make people look beautiful. So I would say that your audience, especially investors or consumers, people that want to patronize you, they will decide within a few minutes if they are interested in you. So a strong pitch deck ensure that you make an impact immediately by presenting this key information in a clear, visually appealing and compelling manner. He said earlier that I want to make you look beautiful. When you tell me you want to make me look beautiful, I'll probably want to listen to you more, right? Like, okay, I want to look beautiful. I want to listen to you more. Then also, you also need to make an impact immediately. Like the way she said, I want to make you look beautiful. She already said it in a way that is appealing and compelling to me. Like, okay, you are selling this to me to make me look beautiful. Okay, let me continue listening. Whether it's something I want to invest in or I want to buy. So usually when you are making a presentation, let's not even say is an elevator speech. Let's say the person is right in front of you. I would advise that as part of you trying to gain their attention, use a clean design or strong headlines, and impactful visuals. Let your presentation be clean design that is clean. Like this, my slide now is not too busy. Is not too busy. The color is not too loud. Excuse me. The color is not too loud, and the headline is very, very clear and strong. And then the visuals are very beautiful, very impactful. So also avoid overwhelming your audience with too much text. Instead, focus on crisp to the point messaging, supporting by data and visuals. This my slide does not have too many information. This is really nice. So imagine someone that is doing an AI powered education platform. Instead of starting with a long explanation, like we do this, we do that, we do this, we do that, you can start with a bold statement like, okay, sir, 80% of our students struggled with personalized learning. Our AI-driven solution changes that. Do you know what this person has done in this speech? He's able to say that there is a problem. And the problem is that 80% of students struggle with personalized learning. And this person is providing a solution immediately in one sentence to say, our AI-driven solution changes that. Like this lady that said she made beads. She said she wants to make people look beautiful, and her beads will make people look beautiful and attractive. In one sentence, she has identified a problem, and she also provided a solution. So another point that is very important for a pitch deck is to communicate your ideas effectively. Like make your idea clear, concise, and engaging. Like a pitch deck breaks down complex idea into digestible information using a structured policy. Sorry, please. Like using a structured format. Customers, consumers, investors, decision makers, people that want to patronize you, they just want clarity. They want a concise information. Like you must get your points across to them within 10 to 15 slides. So that sometimes people make a mistake like, okay, I want to do a 30-slide presentation. I want to do a 100-slide presentation. You don't even have to do that. In 10 to 15 slides, you can say whatever you want to say and people will understand what you are saying. So communicate your idea effectively without having to spend too much time. I mean, it's also going to be very overwhelming for you if you are having to be doing like 30 slides, and in the course of the presentation, people are already getting bored. They don't want to listen anymore. They're not even interested. So focus on the communicate your ideas effectively so that they can quickly understand what you are saying. And then also, let me also mention that your pitch deck should answer fundamental questions like what problems are you solving? The problem the pitch maker wants to solve is that she knows that women like to look beautiful all the time. So she has provided a solution that she will make beats for them to make them look beautiful. So you're looking at what problem are you solving, right? What solution do you have for that problem? And what is your business model? And why is this the right time for your idea? So the problem, for instance, is that women like to look more beautiful. And the solution is that she's making beads to make people look beautiful. And what is your business model? Our business model is that she's identifying women that wants to look more beautiful, and she knows where she can find those women. So by default, she kind of know that she's not going to be going to newborn children, women. She's focusing on women, one, and then she's not just focusing on she's not focusing on any kind of female. She's focusing on female, maybe like 18 years upward. Those are the ones that can afford her beads, because she also needs to know the kind of people that can afford her beads and the people that really need the beads. A 12-year-old child that goes to school doesn't need a bead, doesn't need to wear necklaces and all those things. Maybe they just wear just tiny earrings. So they are not probably a focused target. And then also, why is this? You also need to find out, you also need to provide in your pitch deck, why is this right for your idea? When you are speaking to a 12-year-old about your bead, you're just about the bead necklace you are selling, you're just wasting your time, because the 12-year-old doesn't need it. So it's just a waste of time. You understand? So also, when you are talking about when you are communicating your deck, I would advise you to use storytelling techniques that can make your presentation more engaging. People remember stories than data alone. For those of you that that rely on social media for your campaigns, I would advise that when you are doing your campaigns, put a story. Like, let's say you are selling, what can we use as an example now? Okay, let's use this bead for instance. When you are displaying your beads on social media, don't just display it there and make it blank and say, patronize me, buy from me. No, that's not really engaging. You can start with, okay, the other time when I was going to the market, I saw a woman, just do like some sort of storytelling that will engage people, that will make people to continue looking at your display, your products. And then if you are making a presentation, for instance, include storytelling, because people remember stories better than data alone. And then also, when you are making your presentation, avoid jargon or overly technical language that is unnecessary. So say, for instance, Tesla that is a welder. When you are talking to a layman like me that do not understand how welding work, how the welding business work, don't be talking about your equipment and say, let's say your equipment is called a IDV machine, IDV machine, or IDV something. I'm sorry, I don't even know the name you guys call it. But you have to use a language that will understand. You can just say, okay, madam, our machines are very this or that. You don't have to tell me the machines, the names of the machines that will now sound like jargons to me, because people will just be like, okay, all these things you are saying are not important to me, so why are you telling me? So use the language that people can understand. Avoid the use of using jargons, using words that people will not really understand. And then also, okay, so for instance, let me use an example. Instead of saying our SaaS-based AI-powered adaptive learning ecosystem enhances cognitive efficiency, say something very simple like, we provide personalized learning experience that helps students succeed, powered by AI. You see that in this last sentence, it's very easy for you to understand what this person is saying. Like, I want to provide a personalized learning experience that can help students to succeed. Very simple. And this is powered by AI. Rather than using your language like our SaaS-based AI-powered adaptive learning ecosystem, that's too much English for a layman. So just use the right words, that a layman will understand. So the third point is, when you are preparing a strong pitch deck, ensure that it secures fundings or partnership. So what I mean is secure sponsorship and partnership is that you will agree with me that if you want to do business, sometimes you don't really have to rely on your main funds. A lot of time, like the way, like what Toby said yesterday, Toby said a lot of people collaborate with people that even him, sometimes he look for other photographers and work with them. You look for other people to patronize and all those things. So when you are looking, when you are preparing your pitch deck, you are looking at how you can partner with people, with others, how you can collaborate with others. So your investors, partners, or customers or stakeholders wants to see that your idea is not just great, but also viable and profitable. So in the course of your presentation, you are explaining all this to them that, okay, this is what, if you partner with us, if you work with us, our business, our organization is profitable, is viable. So when you are doing this, your pitch deck will instill confidence by showcasing that there is market opportunity in what you do. There is market opportunity. Then also, you know that sometimes there are some business people who talk to you about, and you be like, no, nobody's going to patronize you. Nobody's going to buy these things from you. Like even you as a layman person, you know that no, there is no market opportunity in what this person is saying. But also you also need to look at the competitive advantage. So the person that is a welder now, that is looking for partnership, support and all those things, and is going to selling where he or she is not known or something, or no opportunity, I mean, what I mean is that talk about how advantage this is going to be for them. So for instance, you're not the only welder in the whole of Lagos. So if anybody wants to partner with you or want to patronize you, what advantage do they have over other people? Or what advantage do you have over others? Why should I partner with you? Why should I come to you? Why don't I just go to someone else and then do the same thing? Since it's the same offer, you're going to, same business you are doing, and same thing you're going to offer. So in your presentation, in your slides, explain what advantage you have over your competitors. And then also you might also need to mention your existing users, people that patronize you, people that you have partnership with, your consumers. You might need to also mention that. Then also you need to, in your slides, in your presentation, you need to mention that you have a capable team. Your team members are this and that. Let's say, I know there's one of you that make bags. You can also mention that you make bags and you have strong team members that you can make at least 600 bags in 3 days or 1 million bags in 1 year or something like that. Let them know that you have team members that can do this and this. Okay, let's say you have a team that is in charge of the marketing, you have a finance team. Although, even though some of you are still a small scale businesses, you're probably the one doing all those things. But you can also say that, okay, if I have a request for 1,000 bags, I know how to get people to join me to ensure that we meet the deadline. Also, like Toby said yesterday, if you know the item will not be ready until 2 days time, don't say it will be ready today. It's better to tell them that it will be ready in 2 days time and let it be ready today, rather than telling them what is not realistic, because things like that will make them lose interest. So also, when you are ending your presentation, it will also be nice for you to also do like a strong call to action, letting them know what exactly you need from them, whether you are seeking a funding support, a partnership, or advisory support. So sometimes it's not every time that you need partnership. Sometimes you just need support. You just need advisory support, like somebody that can always advise you on what to do, how to go about it. So let your presentation showcase all this. Why your glass? No, I don't want to wait. Sorry, hold on, please. I'm on the phone. Okay, so I've mentioned earlier that your okay, I've mentioned all these ones on the slide. So let's go to the next one. The essential elements of winning a pitch deck. I would say that every great pitch decks follow a structured approach to tell a compelling story. So to capture interest and build credibility, your deck should include these essential elements. Number one, the title slide. That is a strong title slide. This is more like, okay, you want to tell me about you, but I don't want to stay the whole period to understand what you're talking about. But I need to quickly know what you want to talk about so that I will know whether I should be open-minded to your conversation, to your presentation or not. So this first slide is going to say a lot about you. This is more like the first impression you are giving. And this should include your company name, your company logo, like also a short tagline that sum up what you do in a compelling way. So let's say, okay, let's say I'm the owner of Veg1 Technologies. So, and I want to make a presentation about Veg1 Technologies. So on my first slide, I'm writing Veg1 Technology. I'm quickly explaining, I'm putting the logo there. And I'll quickly put like a short taglines to say exactly what I want to talk about. Like this is a presentation on so that they quickly know why if they need to be on that call or in that meeting or not. I will encourage you that your first slide, take your time to prepare it, so that because after the first slide, you might lose them or you might keep them with you to listen to the end. So make it more compelling. So the second point that is very important when you are preparing your pitch deck is to mention the problem statement. So problem statement in the sense that you need to clearly define the problem you are solving. You remember I mentioned earlier that your presentation, as you must talk about the problem, the solution, and all those things that will gain their attention. So it's not about having to talk about too many things, but talk about the major points. And the major point now is part of the major point now is the problem statement. You need to clearly define the problem you are solving, like make it relatable and urgent to your audience so they can understand why solution is needed. I want to make you look beautiful. We make a lot of beads, we make a lot of this and that. Or like BJ mentioned yesterday that she's into fashion designing and she makes different kinds of clothes. And she also identified our target audience. Like if you are a tomboyish, if you are a tomboy, she knows the kind of clothes to make for them. If you are a very extravagant person, she knows the kind of clothes to make for them. So you are identifying what their problem is. Yeah, you know the kind of people you're talking to. You want to make shoes for CEOs. CEOs don't want shoes that will take them 5 minutes to wear. They want a shoe that they can quickly wear immediately. They don't want shoe that they wear and as they are moving around is making noise. You know, things like that. So you are talking about the urgency. You are making the presentation relatable and urgent to your audience. They understand why your solution is needed. So, for instance, Bishop David Oyedepo, you will notice that Bishop Oyedepo is always wearing white. He's always wearing white. And from some of the conversations I've heard about him, the reason why he wears white all the time is because he does not have time to be looking at, okay, does this color of tie match this kind? Will this color of shoe match this kind of clothes? You know that white is more like a very universal color. You can wear any color with white. So with that now, he's able to know that, okay, if I don't want to waste too much time on this and this and that, let me quickly wear my white clothes and move on. You will see him that even if he's going to wear a suit, he's wearing a white shirt. With a white shirt, we are wearing any kind of color, any kind of tie to that. You know, he has been able to identify a problem, and he has been able to find a solution to what he thinks could be a problem. If he's going to be preaching 7:30 in the morning, he doesn't want to spend so much time identifying the kind of clothes to wear. Once he's able to wear that white, he'll wear any kind of shoe and he's going. So when you are speaking to these people, because they're also very busy, you are making it relatable and make it urgent so that they understand why your solution is needed. Because if you do not understand, if you not explain this problem to them, they will not understand why they need a solution. It is when you know you have a problem. That is when you start looking for a solution. If you don't have a problem, you don't need any solution. So in your statement, in your slides, your presentation, you are making them understand what the problem is. And then when you are making this solution to them, you are making reference to data, trends, or real-world examples to illustrate your pain points. So for instance, for iPhone users, sometimes when you ask people, why do you use an iPhone? The only reason some of them will give is that because the camera is very sharp. What do you think Apple has done? Apple has identified a problem. The problem is that women like to take pictures. And when women like to take pictures, what do they need? They need a phone that the camera is very good, that can take the pictures very well. In Nigeria, a lot of people have a power bank. Why do they have a power bank? Because they know that sometimes there is no light. So they have a power bank so that they can quickly use it and charge their phone. So that is a problem. The problem is that we have light issues in Nigeria. So when you are making your presentation, explain the problem and use data, trends, or real-world examples to illustrate the pain points. Because a lot of times, customers, vendors, a lot of people, they want to understand, they need data to prove that what you are saying is correct. So you need to provide them the data, or they need to look at the trends. They need to look at the trends to understand that, to be sure that this thing they are doing is actually really necessary or not. So number 3 is solution and value proposition. Solution and value proposition. And that is, this one now is something that we already spoke about. Like, you need to explain what makes your solution unique. Like, you need to tell them that you have gotten a solution to what the issue is. But you having the solution doesn't mean that you know that have that solution. Other people in the world, other people in Lagos, other people in Nigeria, probably already have that solution. Like what I said about a competitive advantage. So you are explaining to them what makes your solution unique. How do you solve the problem better than anyone else? Like, I know you have a problem. I have the solution. But the reason why you should patronize me, or the reason why you should partner with me, is because the solution I have is different from that of others. So let's say, for instance, this guy, Tesling, that is into welding work, Tesling will say, if I finish the work for you, my finishing is very nice, and I use this particular kind of paint. You mentioned the name of the paint that you use to paint the work. And then you can also say that you also deliver the items to them, the material, the machine to them. Or let's say you did a burglary, that you will deliver the burglary to them. Or you can also go extra mile to say you are coming there to fix the burglary by yourself. You know, things like that. Try and go extra mile, try and provide extra solution that other people are not providing. Like, you are letting them understand how you will solve the problem better than anyone else. And like, you are talking about your competitive edge, what the advantage you have over other people. And then also, when you are saying it, keep it more very concise and impactful. Some people can speak for 1 hour, and what they are saying doesn't even hold water. But some people can speak for just 5 minutes, and then everybody will understand what they are saying, and everybody will just key into what they are saying. So having a long conversation is not the most important thing right now. What is more important is making it very concise and impactful. So the next one, number 4, is your business model. when you're talking about, when you're making a pitch, when you're making a pitch that you want to win, like a winning pitch deck, you are making your business model, you are making the investors understand your business model. The investors want to know how you plan to make money. Like, you can't just say, come and invest with me, and then they ask you, how do you intend to make money? You say, God will do it. Inshallah, everything will come to pass. With God on my side, everything will work well. I know the God I'm serving. The God I'm serving will not fail me. That is not what an investor wants to know. That is not what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, okay, my uncle, my sister, my auntie has promised that she will do this and this. No, that is not what they want to hear. Like, they want to know how you plan to make the money. Like, so in this case, you have to explain your revenue streams. You have to explain your revenue streams, how you intend to make the money. Like, you also have to mention your pricing strategy. Like, okay, so let's say for Bolaji that says she makes dresses, she can probably say that she has different kind of dresses. Even though I want to make a dress for a 20-year-old woman, I can make Ankara of 20,000 naira of this same style, and make Ankara of 50,000 naira of this same style, but that the quality are different, the materials used are different. So just let them understand what exactly you are into, how exactly you want to generate revenue. Let them understand the pricing strategy. Let them understand how you also want to scale up. No investor wants to hear that before you came to them, you were only producing 10 bags a month, and then after 1 year, when you are making the presentation, you are still going to wait on the next one, you are still going to be making 10 bags. No, you need to explain to them how you intend to scale up. How do you intend to scale up? What is your plan? They don't want to just give you money, and at the end of the day, you are still making 10 bags. 1 year after, still 10 bags. 2 years later, 10 bags. It doesn't look like an investment that anybody wants to venture into, want to partner with you on. So explain this when you are explaining your business model. Then also, it is important for you to, if possible, include projections or proof of early revenue. Some investors will even ask you to send them your statement of account. They will ask you to send them a proof of revenue. They will request for some other documents. So rather than waiting for them to request for that, when you are making your presentation, include all this in your presentation so that they won't even have to ask you at the end of the presentation. So I'm not saying you should upload all those documents on your screen or your presentation, but you can just talk about it while you are making the presentation. Then also the next thing you should talk about is the market opportunity. The market opportunity for your products, and then the market opportunity and data. Like, you need to demonstrate the size of the market and the demand for your solution. When Apple were coming on, when wanted to introduce iPhone, I'm sure they know that. I'm sure they've done their environment scanning, market search to know that their target audience are not men of 60 years and above, or women of 60 years and above. The majority of people that use iPhone are people between the ages of, say, 16 and 40. But you see, the people between the ages of 20 and 30 and 40, they are the ones that are so crazy about iPhones. Especially the people from the age of 20 to 30 thereabouts, or 35 thereabouts. You see people from 60 and above, they're not too crazy about iPhone like that. So I know a lot of rich people that do not even care about the kind of phone they use. Once they are able to make phone calls, that's enough for them. So when you are talking about your product, your product, you need to demonstrate the size of the market and the demand for your solution. The demand for iPhones for some people is just because of the camera, and some people is just for status, to show their social class, to show their status. Oh, I'm also using an iPhone. I'm a big woman. I'm a big babe. I have arrived. Things like that. So when you are explaining your market opportunity, you are explaining all those things. Again, when you are doing when you are making your presentation, ensure that you use the right statistics. You talk about the industry trends, and market research to validate your potential. I mean, if you are talking you are talking to someone that you want the person to part away their money with for you, to give you their money, to partner with you, to advise you, you need to get your data right before you go to them. So make a market research to validate your potential. Show that there is a large enough opportunity to justify investment. You want somebody to invest 100 million naira into your business, and you're not really explaining the opportunities available. They're not providing data to support what you are saying. It's probably not just going to interest them. It's probably not just going to interest them. They'll probably just feel that, okay, what's this guy or what's this babe talking about? And the next one is transactions and milestone. In the course of your presentation, guys, are you still hearing me? I just want to be sure. Please just make some noise or just wave. Let me know you are still hearing me. Make some noise, wave. Let me know you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you. That's so nice. All right, thank you everyone. Lele, you can put down your hand now. Thank you everyone. I just want to be sure you guys are hearing me, and I want to be sure that you're not bored with this presentation. Okay, you can mute yourself now. Thank you. Okay, so the next one is transaction and milestones. You need to highlight your progress so far. So what I mean by highlight your progress, you'll be doing this business for 3 years, for 2 years. You need to talk about the sales figures. How much sales have you made in the last 1 year that you started? And then also you need to also talk about, celebrating your milestone is very important. No matter how small you think your milestone is, if you are really consistent, you see that you are actually growing. You see some tractions. You see some milestone that you have achieved. So I encourage you to talk about your sales figures, your partnership. If you have people that you're already partnering with, you need to include that. And then also you need to include your customer testimonials. Customers that have bought clothes from you in the past, and then they sent you a WhatsApp message to say, oh, Madam Tolu, I like your clothes. It's so beautiful. It suits me well. I didn't really have to do this. I didn't really have to do that. You need to talk about all these talk about your testimonials. And then also I know also most times with time, not even most time, a lot of times you see that while when you started 2 years ago, the progress you have made in terms of your equipment, in your products. So let's say you make clothes, you see that the kind of clothes you used to make 2 years ago, you have better improved on it now. The kind of designs you now make now is quite it's quite impressive now. Like you do better now in terms of, and what I'm saying is that you need to also talk about your product development milestones. So let's say, for instance, you used to have like 1 machine, now you have 2 machines. Without 2 machines, it means that you can now produce more at a go, or it means that you don't really have to. So let's say before you have only a sewing machine, now you have a whipping machine. It means that when you have a dress to whip, you don't have to go to 3 streets away before you can whip the clothes. It means that you can now whip it at the comfort of your shop. Things like that. You need to talk about your development, your growth. And then the more proof of success that you're able to provide, the more confidence your audience will have in your idea. They will know that, okay, this person already knows the onions, knows what he or she wants to do, and is ready to improve, and is ready to grow. So this will also make them to have more confidence in you. And then trust me, to also build your own confidence too. Because when you look at all these milestones, the tractions that you have made in that 2 years, or in that 1 year, or in that 5 years, you see that you are doing better than when you started. Okay, the next one is team overview. Investors and partners invest in people as much as ideas. So what I mean is that when you are making this presentation, Showcase the expertise and experience of your team members. I mentioned that earlier, that you can talk about you have a marketing team, you have a finance team, you have this and that. But for small scale businesses like yours, you probably don't have a accountant separately, a marketing team separately, but you can say that in terms of your social media campaigns, you have so person you work with. In terms of this and that, you have so person you work with. You can talk about things like that. So when you do that, you are able to highlight the key strengths that make your team the right one to execute the vision. So say for instance, you are going to an investor and saying that, okay, come, let me produce the unit. Okay, so let's say you went to a school, you're going to a school and you want to be the one sewing the school uniform. You want to be the one sewing the school uniform. And you know that most of the time, September session is when pupils buy school uniform. So it means that from August or July, parents want to buy uniform for their parents. And at this point in time, the school owners, the school management will not want you to say that you have only one staff to make 100 school uniform. And the 100 school uniform they need them in 1 week or something. So you're able to you want to show them that, okay, if you need 100 school uniform, I can provide this 100 school uniform within 4 days because I have so and so team members that can work with me. I have the person that is responsible for the sewing, for the cutting, for the whipping, for the this and that. So you want to show them, because if they know that if they give you the 100, if they give you the business to sew 100 school uniform, you will not produce the 100 school uniform within the 1 month that they will need it. They will not want to give you the business because they don't want parents to come to the school and start shouting. Even when parents are ready to pay and the school uniform is not ready, they will not want that, because these are some of the things that will even make parents lose interest in that school. So when you are having the presentation, you are explaining all this and that to them, that okay, we have so team members that will do this, we have this and that. So basically, highlight key strengths that make your team the right one to execute this vision. Give them that confidence that if they ask you to make the 100 school uniform, you can make it within 1 week because you have the right team members to do this. Also, the next one is a call to action. At the end of your presentation, at the end of your presentation, you end it with a clear ask, a clear request. The reason why you have gone to that school to make the presentation is because you want them to give you the screening, you want them to give you the business of making the screening for the pupils of that particular school. So you need to, at the end of the call, at the end of the presentation, you end it with a clear ask, a clear request, like, what do you want from your audience? Whether what you want is funding, partnership, mentorship, you need to be specific. Be specific about the next steps and how they can get involved. Because but if you include these elements, your pitch deck will tell a clear and compelling, persuasive stories that resonate with the audience. You have gone to the school to make that presentation, to make that pitch deck. You are explaining at the end of the pitch deck, you're saying, okay, so what I need from you is that I want you to partner with me to make the school uniform. We'll make it so time. You do this. So you explain to them, let them know exactly. Let them not think that you have only come to beg them for money. No, you have not come to beg for money. You have come you've come with a business proposal to make the school uniform for them, and they will give you money. So it's like a partnership. It's a win-win for both of you. But if at the end of the pitch, you are not clear, they will think, okay, maybe this guy is just broke. He just needs somebody to give him money for lunch, and then they will discharge you. But you don't want that to happen. You want to be very clear. You want to make your request very clear to say, okay, this is what I need. And you have to make it very strong. You have to make it very strong so that they will understand what you are saying. Okay. So the next one is design and storytelling tips. So I will say that a great pitch, a winning pitch deck, a great pitch isn't just about the information. It is about how you present it. A good design and storytelling. I will not stop talking about having a good design for your pitch deck. And I'll not stop about talking about you doing a sort of storytelling. This will help make your pitch more engaging, more persuasive, and more memorable. Like I said earlier, storytelling is highly memorable. When you do some sort of story when you are making your presentation, they tend to remember some of the things you have talked about. And how can you achieve that? How can you achieve that? So first of all, I will say that keep your slide simple and clear. Like, keep your slide simple and avoid clutter. The less is more. You guys will agree with me that in all this, in all my slides that you have been seeing, I didn't put too many words. Like, I'm just making it look like, okay, I'm making a pitch to you guys, and I will do more of talking than having too many busy slides. But if you have too many busy slides, your partner will not be patient enough to read it. You will just, and then even when you are making the presentation, you might probably just be reading it from the screen, and which will not be engaging. So the less, the more. Your audience should be able to glance at a slide and instantly grasp the key message. Avoid long paragraphs and overwhelming details. Stick to the key points. You'll see that in all my slides, I stick to only the key points. Key points, key points, key points. Looking at these slides now, at all the slides, you already know what I was going to talk about. Like, keep it simple, You can see everything within a glance, not having to spend so much time reading the slides. And then also, maintain brand consistency. So you see that in my slide, I didn't use too many colors, too many information. You see that I used one color throughout. I used the same fonts. I used the same design and all those things. So if you're going to put images, make your images and charts more impactful than writing too many block of text. If you need to present a data, if you need to include data, like I mentioned earlier, that you should put data, trends, statistics, and all those things, use a clear and simple chart. Use a clear and simple chart. Instead of dense tables or numbers, let visuals reinforce your message. Just put a few pictures, charts, and diagrams so that they can just see what we are saying. So I was saying that maintain a brand consistency. Use a concise color scheme, font style, designs, elements that can align with your brand. So if you have a company logo, put your logo there, but make the logo the same size as what you put on all the pages. Let your fonts be the same, not like you use area in one page and use Aptos on another page. Make your font style be the same. And then also the design element, let the design element align with your brand. Let it align with your brand. Because if you do this, rather, it will make your pitch look polished and professional. So if you're going to be using two different kinds of fonts, maybe you can just use two different kinds of fonts, like maybe the heading should be this particular one, and then the slides should be this particular one. But don't be using like 3, 4, 5 different kinds of fonts. And then also the color palette. Let the color palette enhance readability. Let it be something they can read. I've seen a couple of slides that when you look at it, you'll be wondering, okay, how am I supposed to read this? Because it just have too many information, too many design. It's just busy, it's just everywhere. Again, I want to emphasize on you creating a narrative with storytelling. I mean, you already identified the problem, that's the pain point, you provided a solution, you want to show impact, why your solution is very important, you're talking about call to action and all those things. So as you are saying all those things, make everything align like a story. You've identified the problem and you want to provide a solution, make it align, let everything come together. Make your presentation flow smoothly. Like each slide should naturally lead into the next. Like build a connection between your ideas to pitch. Make a connection between your ideas so your pitch can feel seamless and compelling. Try and link them together. Let them all work together. And then another thing that I want to advise you to always do is engage emotionally. Like emotional intelligence is very important. See what I did earlier. As I was making this presentation, I wanted to, in the beginning, I wanted to be sure that you guys are ready for this presentation. I asked you, how many of you have done a pitch? I've written a pitch before, a pitch deck before. None of you said yes. So I was able to gauge that, okay, a lot of you don't know how to do it. Then I also asked, how many of you can sell your business in few seconds? A couple of you did, which shows that you already know your business, you know what you do, just that you have not done a pitch deck before. So you see that I try to engage you even before the start of the session. And then in between the session again, I also asked you, are you guys listening to me? And I got a lot of feedback. It means that a lot of you are still following up with this presentation. So it is very important that when you are making your presentation, be sure that you engage with people emotionally. You want to be sure that they are all listening to you. Like you are asking them the right questions. You are looking at their body language. If for instance, let's even say while you are making the presentation, you saw that one of them is coughing, you can just pause for a second and say, sorry, sir, can we get a cup of water? Things like that. Let them connect with them emotionally. Let them know that you understand that they are humans. At the same time, you understand the business. I would say that people invest in ideas they can connect with. So emotional intelligence is very, very important when you are talking to them, in the sense that you also need to use real life examples. I've mentioned that earlier. Real life examples like testimonials. You share people's success stories. So you're telling them that, okay, so person, Abiola bought perfume from Winifred before. And so let's say Winifred is making a speech about the perfumes that she said. She said, okay, among those of us in this room, I can confirm that Abiola and BJ have bought my perfume before, and they gave a positive feedback about it. Abiola, you've used my perfume before. What do you think about it? You know, things like that. You are letting people, you are sharing success stories with them. As you're sharing success stories with them, you're sharing testimonials to them. That will also make your pitch relatable. You will be surprised that after the presentation, some people will go and after Winifred have said that Abiola has bought perfume from me before, people will go to Abiola and go ask Abiola, okay, Abiola, the perfume you bought from Winifred, what do you think about that perfume? And before you know it, Abiola is selling the product already. Abiola is saying, oh, I used it, I like it, is this and this and this and that, it has this and this and that. And before you know it, on the spot, people will be convinced that this is a business they should invest in. So I will do not underestimate the power of testimonials and success story to make your pitch relatable. I will say that by combining this design with strong storytelling, your pitch will not just be informative, but it will be unforgettable. Even if they don't want to buy into, even if they don't want to partner with you, or they really do not find it, they really do not have a need for it at that point in time. If there's any opportunity in the future, they will consider you because they already have your proposal, and then because you have already been able to sell yourself to them very well, they will consider you again in the future. So the next slide is presentation skills for a winning pitch.
Madam Abiola, I sent you a message in your DM. Please check.
Oh, okay. Please hold on. I'll check now. I've not seen it. So is it on Teams or on WhatsApp? Is it on Zoom or WhatsApp?
On Zoom.
On Zoom. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll stop sharing. Okay, I'll stop sharing now.
And the red, yeah, pass one in now.
Okay, Mr. Gio, please check my response. Let me know if that's fine so that I'll continue. Mr. Gio. Mr. Gio, are you there?
Yes, I am. So I just felt like I think you are already getting into my
Okay.
session. Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so guys, I will stop sharing now and then I'll come back again when Mr. Gio is done. Thank you everyone for your time. Let me hand over
Thank
to
you.
Honorable
Thank you.
Gio.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. I'm sure I have been listening. I've been following the conversation, since we started. And I think assuming we are inside the hall now, I would have said, can we all stand up and give Madam Biola a resounding round of applause? But regardless, wherever you are, please can we just appreciate her for this wonderful session? Kindly give her a resounding round of applause, like I would like to call it. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I can see Leslie, Mamaka, Debimpe, Boluatife. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Biola, for that great session. So I know if I allow her, she probably would continue. Yes, I just felt like, if she continue like, what will I come and say? So I just had to let her know that, Madam, we ended to my session now. Okay, so we are just going to continue because of time, so that we can move at the speed of light. All right. Before I continue, I'm going to start from where where she stopped with us, and that is how to present your pitch deck, or I'll probably put how to pitch. Let's just put it that way. How do you pitch? You've been taking through how to write, how to create a pitch deck, the important elements, in a pitch deck. I intend to show you a pitch deck, which I wrote. Kindly, please, let's mute. Please, everybody mute. Please mute. I know some of us, we know all the different etiquettes except virtual meeting etiquette. All right, so please, I'm going to show us a pitch deck which I created for a particular for my business, and the one for a particular pitch competition. And then we'll get into how do you then pitch. Yeah, I know some of us have been asked, we've been asked earlier about our businesses, to give a rundown of your business. But I want to ask, can I have like 3 persons, just 3, who can pitch about your business? I think pitch about, but we can pitch your business, just play that. We can pitch your business in 60 seconds. So there's something called the elevator pitch. Imagine you are in a place, and you just find yourself in the same elevator with trying to look for, I know people always use Dangote and the rest of that, but I like to look for investors. Dangote can invest in your business. Let's say Inyola Aboyeji. I don't know how many of us know Inyola Aboyeji. Is what's it called? He's a co-founder of Andela, and now he has a venture capital company that they invest in businesses. So, but let's just put the one we all know. Probably, you are in an elevator with Aliko Dangote, and you want to pitch your business to Aliko Dangote, and you are on level, you're moving from the first floor to probably the 5th floor, which will probably not take up to 60 seconds. But let's assume it's going to take you 60 seconds. Can I have 3 persons who can pitch about their business to Aliko Dangote? Don't worry, I'm going to be the Aliko Dangote right now. So I want to invest in your business. You are an innovator. Yes, I can see Teslim. Hold on. Can I have 2 more? I want to see. Let me have those people that would like to pitch their business. I can see Bolu Atife, Oladele. Okay, one more person to make it.
Okay.
Please just use the raise hand button. Okay. Interestingly, I see Romanos, but I'm still going to give you the chance, Ogechi Oba. Just use the raise hand button. Just raise your hand. I'm going to call the name one after the other. Please, you have 60 seconds each. Just 60 seconds. I'm going to start with Teslim. With one Adebayo. You have the floor, Teslim. 60 seconds. I'm counting.
Okay. Hello, sir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Teslim Meridwan. I am the CEO of Moboloaji Welding and Iron Bending Company. It is the best opportunity for you to invest in my company because there are various building construction going on in Lagos State, and this gives the opportunity that there are the opportunity to generate fund and raise more.
Teslim. Okay. I don't know if it's network. Teslim, can you hear me? Teslim, can you hear me? Okay, I think maybe the elevator paused somewhere. I don't know what happened. I don't know where Teslim elevator took him to. Okay, so can I have Bolu Atife?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your 60 seconds starts now.
Hi, my name is Bolu Atife. I am the CEO of Tife Pics. And Tife Pics is a professional photography business specializing in capturing high-quality images of impactful events such as conferences, business summits, and other gatherings that add value to the society. Our mission is to preserve memories while promoting events that inspire and educate communities. Tife Pics goes beyond just pictures. We tell story of your event with emotions, and these are the products we offer. We offer event photography, high resolution photo coverage for conferences, summits, and corporate events. And we also offer photo editing and retouching, enhancing image to deliver professional quality visuals. And we also offer instant soft copy, on-site soft copy for events, photos for guests, and also digital photo albums, created online albums for easy access and sharing. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Bolu Atife. Okay. All right, so let's move to Romanus. Romanus.
All right, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you. And my name is Romanus Ugochukwu Bomuche, the CEO of Romac Media Concept. Romac Media Concept is an event planning and filmmaking company. We are into events and also we tell this in a very wonderful and visual way. Our services include event planning. Event planning could be corporate, it could be wedding, it could be party, and other social events. And also filmmaking. In storytelling, we also do wonderful high quality cinematic productions. And so our core value as it is today is projecting upcomers, project upcomers to the Nollywood market, and then through upcomers compete with faces. Today we have things, we are challenged with the products in the industry where everybody wants to watch only the bold faces. But today we are projecting something new where we are bringing freshers to compete with these bold faces. Why do you need to invest in Romac Media Concept? You need to invest in Romac Media Concept because everybody today has a phone and then they want to do something with that phone. They want to watch wonderful and high quality programs. And so what we are doing in Romac Media Concept is to design a content that will get to every person's hand via their phone. and then you could get this concept wired through YouTube or any other one. This is actually a market and strategy. It could be through YouTube, it could be through other social media concept. We have more to tell you if time permits us. Thank you once again, Romanus Ebomuche, CEO of Romac Media Concept.
All right. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay. Okay, so Ogechi, do you still want to go? Ogechi. This is your chance of meeting me, your Dangote. So take advantage of it.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. You have the floor. 60 seconds.
Thank you for the opportunity. So this is Ogechi Uba, still the same as Ogechi Lawrence Ola. Okay, the CEO of Tessie Lawrence Global Enterprise. At Tessie Lawrence Global Enterprise, we bring you processed packaged foods like your beans flour, your plantain flour, your spices and herbs. So our core value is to ensure that everybody gets fresh farm food, which are healthy at the same time, and equally help to save time and make it stress-free for you, so that at the end of the day, for busy moms and single gentlemen and ladies, they will not really put in too much time to prepare their food. So they have like the processed food that helps them, because for our clean beans, you don't need to start picking them. You just put them in your pot and start cooking, and your beans fry, just you quickly put your water and your remaining recipes, and then you're good to go for your akara, moi moi. And lots of our spices and herbs, they are very good, nutritious, as well as very healthy. So we equally want to ensure that at the end of the day, you live healthy, because you are what you eat. You live healthy, and you be able to live a healthy life. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ogechi. Thank you, Teslim. Thank you, Bulu Atife, and thank you, Romanus. Okay, so now I'm going to throw this back to us. For those of us who did not pitch, if you were to be Dangote and you listen to this speech, who among them would you give the money to? Or you have, let's just make it a little bit modest. You have $10,000. Which of them, who among them, will you give the $10,000 to? And why? I need people to respond to me now. Why? Who will you give it to and why? I'm going to call names, so I want to be sure you actually had them pitch. So I'm not, by the way, I'm not here to give you any presentation. No, I don't have any PowerPoint to present to you. So this is, we are presenting. And I don't know how you want to, how you probably want to present. Biola already took you out to write about to create a pitch deck. So my own objective here is different. How do you pitch? How do you present? That is why I am here. So I'm going to call names. Let me start with the one I can see here. Abiodun Adewoye. Abiodun Adewoye. Did you listen at all?
Yes, I'm listening.
You're not they are listening. Did you listen? So who will you give your $10,000 among the people that pitched? If you are to be Dangote.
Okay. The second to the last.
Who is the last? What's the business of the second to the last? What? Okay.
Yes, Romanos.
Abiodun, you didn't hear us.
Yes,
Romanos. Okay, yes. Why?
And the reason why I'll be giving him the reason why I'll be giving him the money, because he has a plan and he has strategy on how he's going to get the money back if I invest. So
okay,
it's the one that I'll be picking.
Okay, all right, that's nice. It's your money, so the most important thing is you want your money back. Okay, who else? I need one more person before I move on. One more person. I'm going to call a random name. And what do I call? I'm trying to look for names that I'm not familiar with, like I've not really been hearing them speak like that. Okay. Sonny Adetutu. Sonny Adetutu, are you here with us? Sonny Adetutu. I'll tell us why I'm actually calling some of these names and why I want us to be the one to respond as we progress. You will get to know why. Okay, Sonny is not here, of course. Oyejola Yetunde Esther. Oyejola Yetunde Esther. Who would you give your $10,000 to? If you had to be Dangote.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma.
I would be giving it to Mr. Romanos because from the beginning of what he said, he sounds sure of his business and what he's going to do with the money. So I'll be giving it to him, sir.
Okay. Okay, that's nice. So Romanos, that means you are the man going with the bag of money. Okay, Teslim, you are back.
Sir, I'm back. Yes, network pushed me out.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I already got what I needed. So there's no point again. So let me just move on because of time. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. The way you started, and I'm going to quickly. I'll be speaking to each of the presentations as I move on. It is good that you're it's properly created. The aesthetic, is there, it's beautiful, everything is fantastic, it's attractive. But a great pitch actually is not just about your slides. It's not about what you have on the PowerPoints. It's about how you communicate your story. Can you turn? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
That's Sonia Adetutu. When you call,
what did he say?
Then I answered.
What did he say? I didn't get you.
When you called my name, Sonia Adetutu, I answered.
Sonia Adetutu, what are you saying? I can't hear you.
I said, when you called my name, then to select who I'll be giving the money to, if I were Dangote. Can you hear me? Hello, sir.
Oh, don't worry, just
hello.
Chat section so I can read. Okay. Now it's my network.
Can you hear me?
Decided to show itself. So, but we move. Let's go on. Please confirm you can hear me. Can you confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you. Thank you. So kindly mute back so that we avoid distraction. Okay, so as I was saying, it is good you have very interesting slides, you have templates, and these days now you can actually go online and download templates, to create your pitch deck. You can use AI, to help you, with your pitch and everything. But having a good pitch deck without knowing how to present is it's just like you having a raw material without knowing what to create with it. Your pitch deck is meant to be you. You should. That is why when I said you are pitching to Aliko Dangote in an elevator, that moment you won't start saying, "Oh, sir, please give me 1 minute. Let me open my laptop. Let me show you my pitch deck so that I can present it to you so you can understand." At that moment, what you need is your ability, to be able to present, speak to your business, meaning that you must have internalized your business. So it is important that you are able, to start by communicating your business, maybe probably with a story. the person who spoke about that, I think that's Ogechi, who spoke about she's into healthy food, healthy. I hope I still remember it clearly. What if, Ogechi, you have a statistics about your business, or not even about your business now? At times, let's not jump into getting into the business. At times you want to jump into the business. Like when Teslim started, he started with why I think you should invest in my business. Hello. If I'm a legal Dangote, for example, hold on. We don't need to respond. You understand? And the next thing I'm hearing is my business. I'm sure that you should trust that I probably would have had 1,000 people trying to pitch their business to me in the first place. So yours is just going to be another person speaking about their business all for my money. But this is about you trying to get money from me without telling me you need money from me. I don't know if you're getting me. How can I get money from you without telling you that I need money from you? That by yourself, you can actually determine to say, oh, I love what you do. Because this is 1 minute, this is 60 seconds. There are times when you are able to present your pitch deck and you will get to the point where there is an ask. You are presenting to an investor, it's a pitch competition, you are presenting to stakeholders, you are presenting to investors, probably the round table, you have more than 1 minute to present and all that. Yes, but in a situation where you just found yourself in a point where there's an opportunity, I don't take advantage of it. So how do you say this without necessarily saying, give me money? This is what I do. Now I'm going to speak about Ogechi's business. And Ogechi, you're into healthy food. What if you start with, sir, I don't know if you heard that sorry, pardon me, I don't have the statistics right now, so it's not my business. So probably something like, I don't know if you're aware that 80% of Nigerians actually dying gradually without even knowing. And this is because of the food they eat every day. Unfortunately, where we find ourselves, there are food out there that people don't even know that contains, all that supporting all sorts of diseases and everything out there. And this is why I've decided that I can't just stand and watch. Up adventure, I'm going to go another direction now. Up adventure. 5 years ago, I lost a family friend who is so dear to me. And just for what? Because he ate food at a canteen and he got food poisoning. And just like play, I don't mind me. I'm not sounding professional. Don't say just like play. And we rushed him to the hospital, and before we knew it, in like 30 minutes, it was gone, just from food poisoning. And I thought about it, that how can I sit down and watch a lot of people also suffer through this? Families, getting disintegrated, people losing their loved ones. So this is why I decided to step into the business of helping people get healthy food. Now, let me take you back. Biola said something earlier. She said, you have to try and eat, the emotion of the people. Don't just start talking about, I am the CEO of, fine, you want to speak about yourself, you want to introduce yourself, fine, but try to get the emotion of people, try to get their attention, try to, start with something that catches the attention of who you're speaking to. And we call this hook, the opening hook. How do you open your conversation? You want to pitch to somebody, you want to pitch to a group, to a jury. How do you start? You need to start with a hook. It can be a story about yourself. It can be a statistics that probably you've researched and you already know about your business. I always like to start with what if. What if I told you that what if I told you that right now as I speak, 10 people are dying? I don't know how that sounds to you. Like, what do you mean? Because 10 people are dying because people are eating somewhere right now and they're getting food poisoning. I don't even get my point. Now, you want to start with something that is thought-provoking. That, you know, it might be a question, it might be a story, like I said earlier. And while you're also pitching, you need to make sure that there's a flow in your statement. Don't start with a story, and the next thing is you jump to the money, then you now move to your market strategy. This is why you need to sit down with your pitch deck, internalize it. Need to know what is the flow of my pitch deck. Your pitch deck can be 15 slides, 10 slides, 20 slides, whichever one. And you must be able to have different versions of your pitch deck for presentation. How do I present this pitch deck? If I have opportunity of presenting it for 10, 15 minutes, oh, that's a lot of time. Probably I want to present my 15 slides. But what if I have just 3 minutes? I think 2 years ago, I had the opportunity of participating in a pitch competition, and we have just 3 minutes to present your pitch deck. I already told you your slides must not be more than 10. Trust me, initially I thought, 3 minutes is a lot of time. Until when I started practicing, that's when I realized that 3 minutes is very short. But trust me, like Bella said, people don't have time, but they're probably going to be listening to maybe 20, maybe 50. Probably if you are unlucky, you are the 40th person, or you are the 45th person out of 50, and they're already tired already. They've listened to 1 to 30, and they've had all sorts of things already. At that point, you still also want to come back and say, oh, I am this, I'm this, you know, and you're not showing what they want to, you're not telling them what they want to hear. So you need to be able to move from the problem, you know, that you're trying to solve, the solution, and the impact you're trying to make. And like I said earlier, do this by ensuring emotional connection. Why does it matter to you? Why should the person you are speaking to, why should the person even care in the first place? Oh, yes, the person is an investor. Yes, this person has money to come and invest. But why? As a money and evaluation professional, when people do projects and they are reporting about their project, there's a very simple question in M&E, which is, so what? Okay, you've done this, you've done that, you said you want to do this, you don't want to do that. So what? Or like the way some people say, so then what? So okay, after telling me all this story, so what should happen? So you should be able to connect with the person. Don't just be speaking and you're speaking to yourself. You also want to speak to the person who is sitting in front of you, and there are some things you then need to consider when you are doing this. I'm going to just quickly point out to some of them. Quickly, your voice. Your voice is very important. I don't know how many of you can hear me right now. You would probably have noticed that the way I speak, I have this is not something I just, probably I just found myself knowing how to do this. No. There are some things when you're speaking that matters a lot. Some of us, when you are speaking, you speak like you're not convinced yourself. Now imagine you're trying to convince me, but you speaking in the first place, you don't even sound convincing. Confidence is lacking in your speech. So when you're speaking, there's a need for you to know how to speak with punch. I don't think I call myself an orator, and I don't teach people how to speak. There are people who are professionals in that, they teach you how to speak. But what I'm just trying to tell you now is that when you're speaking, you are presenting. Let me try and give an example. Good morning. My name is Gio Lawal, and I'm here to talk to you about my business. My business is Co-opt. What we do at Co-opt is we help organizations, to use tech to help their business. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So hope you guys saw and you heard me when what I just said now. Can you please mute yourself? Now imagine I came in and I'm like, hi, good morning. My name is Joe Lawal. I am the CEO of Co-op Solutions. And Co-op Solutions is a company that actually focuses on helping social impact organizations make sure that they use tech in achieving their impact. Now, I've probably said the same thing in different ways. Now, the tone of my voice, the way I am saying this, actually, they are different. One, I'm saying one like probably I just woke up, you know, and I'm probably tired already. But the other time, the second time, I'm saying it's enthusiastic. And you can see my smile while saying it. I'm not saying it like I'm afraid of whoever I'm speaking to. Yes, they might probably, you know, maybe they have fire on their head. They look like they're going to devour you. And at times, I don't know how many of you you've watched what's this? There's this TV show. What do they call them? Something then. Can someone please remind me? Help me out here. Something then. Dragon's Den. Is it Dragon's Den? Is it Dragon's Den? I think that's the name. Dragon's Den. Oh, nobody have seen it here. Hello? Anybody? No one.
I've heard about it before.
You've heard about it. All right.
I've not heard about it.
You've not. Okay, so if you've not heard about, I think it should be Dragon's Den. Please go and search for it on YouTube and watch different videos of people who had pitched at that. It's more like it's like you're pitching, you know, where people come to pitch to investors. They have different versions, Nigerian version, you know, international version, and all that. And there are actually several ones. Just go on YouTube, type pitch competitions, and you know, just watch people come out and pitch. So what I'm trying to say is that for that Dragon's Den, when you come in, the people, they are not smiling at you. They're just sitting down. These are people who are maybe millionaires in dollars or billionaires in their, you know, and they're sitting down. They just want to listen to you. You have just maybe 2 minutes or so to just talk about your business, and they just want to make their own decision. So when you come in, do you want to start talking and they start yawning? You're talking about your business and somebody is yawning. Oh, that means I'm just imagining how you're going to feel like. So that means you're already losing them. So you want to be able to speak with punch, speak with confidence. Your voice and your body language matters a lot. Maintain eye contact. You can't be speaking and you're looking down. You're speaking, somebody wants to give you money, and you're speaking, you find it difficult to look straight to the person's eyes. Now, this is not to mean you have to, then your eyes have to then be fixated on the person and make the person not comfortable, or no. But try to show confidence. While you're speaking, look straight to the eyes, look to the room, look at, if there are 3, 4, look at this person while talking, look at this other person. And before I forget, it is important you know who are the people you're actually pitching to. You know, I think one thing is that sometimes we fail to actually do our own research. You need to find out who are the people I'm pitching to. What is their interest? For example, if it's a competition, for example, some people are very interested in tech. Some are interested in health. Some are interested in education. So at times you find yourself in a room where there are different people with different interests. They are all going to try and see how their interests align with what they are presenting. So when I'm speaking to you and I'm facing you, and I'm actually presenting my own business, but I want to be able to speak in a way that gets your interest, at the same time catches his interest, our interest. So I'm speaking and looking at you. I'm not just speaking and you know, at times some people, you know, you start talking and your hand is like this. So your body language also matters. You are talking. You are okay, sir. Actually, my business is actually make palm oil, and actually, you know, this alone, you already I don't know what you call this. You're already giving yourself out like you are not confident. Hello, are you guys with me? Then also, it's try to avoid, like I said earlier, this takes practices. You don't just wake up one morning and just find yourself there. Yes, some people are very gifted in this naturally. Also, try to avoid using too much filler word, you know, as in okay, all those things that you keep repeating them. So try to avoid them. At times, we are so used to them that they just come unconscious. And if you notice, even me myself, I'm actually using them right now. But that is where practicing comes in. Make sure that you keep practicing to try, and if there are filler words that you use regularly, make sure to find a way to not always repeat them. Especially there's some words that you can't say 5 sentences without them appearing in every line. It's important you try to be very conscious about them, though not too conscious that you then lose touch of what you're now trying to present. Also, your body gesture, your posture matters. Now, let me quickly say this. This is just a quick bonus I'm going to give to us. Look at me right now presenting to you. Now, you're presenting virtually, right? I'm presenting to you virtually. You can see from my head to where? To my chest, right? Hello, can somebody just tell me you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
So you can see this. So meaning, hello, please mute. So meaning that as I'm speaking to you, you can see, oh my, okay, I know I've looked for trouble. And just go on. So you can see my hand, and if you notice, as I'm speaking things, I am my gesture, the movement of my hand, the movement of my body, actually correlating with what I'm saying. Though you don't make this too much. At times, some people can be too dramatic. That everything, they are moving. In fact, people say, oh my. So the person you're actually now presenting to is even now confused. They can't even see you. What they are seeing is your hand, everything. You're not stable. But then there's a need for you to be composed. So as I'm speaking, you can see my hand, I'm gesticulating with my hand, my movement, my head movement, my body movement. Everything is actually supporting what I am saying to you. Now, what I was going to say earlier, when you're now presenting virtually, sometimes some of it is how you present. Your head is what you are seeing. Maybe you're even using your phone. Your head is, hello, sir. Okay, my name is Gio Lawal. I am, no, please don't do this. A lot of us will make that mistake. What people are seeing is, or sometimes, maybe you're presenting a laptop. This is how you are presenting. Hello? You are presenting like this. And some of you are presenting like your environment is, you are not even in an environment. I'm saying this for virtual. I'm just quickly giving this, let me call it extra bonus actually. Or maybe because you're also going to be presenting, you're going to be pitching virtually. And this is why this is very important. So there is need for you to give that head room from your chest to, maintain this posture. And also, some of you, when you're presenting, maybe you are connecting on your phone. You don't just put the phone. At times we do this mistake. You're presenting on portraits like this. Especially when this, like I'm trying to put my words clearly now. Zoom, and there's some platforms, Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, and most video platforms are on landscape. It is only on platforms that uses short videos like Instagram, TikTok, now Reels on Facebook and rest of them, that you see them, they do portrait like this, maybe just use short video. When you are creating a proper video, it is on landscape. So even if you are joining on your phone, put your phone on rotate. Let it be on landscape so that you are not standing and your head is just in between. What you're just seeing is your head. By adventure, even if you are using portrait, let it be in a position where your hand can still show. But most better advised, portrait, as you can see on my screen. So it's easy for me. You can see the side of my screen. So that is just quick tip. Now, Another thing you need to know is that your slide is meant to support you. Your slide is not meant to replace you. No. When peradventure you're now presenting, you are pitching, and you are to use your slide, try as much as possible not to start reading from your slide. A lot of times people tend to start reading. You are presenting, but when you're instead to be presenting, you're actually reading to those you are pitching to. No. Like Yola said earlier, she did her slides and she didn't have to load her slide with too many things. She had internalized her slides. So even when she's speaking to the slide, not reading the slide. And let me give you a practical example. Just imagine you're about presenting, everything is set, and they just can't find your slide. What would happen? Maybe while you are presenting, this is Nigeria, NEPA takes slides. And then maybe something just happened, everything switch off. What will happen to you? Will you now say, okay, please let's hold on until they bring the slide before I continue? You have time, you have just 3 minutes, you have just 2 minutes, you have just 5 minutes. So it means that if you do not know your slide, you can't continue. So you need to do what? Internalize your slide, your pitch deck. Know it. Be able to speak to it offhand. And that's why I started with that elevator pitch earlier. Can you speak to it without a slide? It is very, very important. I'm going to pause quickly here before I go on. I have just 3 minutes to end. Do you have any question? Quickly. I'm just going to take 1 or 2 questions quickly before I move on. Any question? All right. Romanos, please unmute. You can speak. Romanos, you can unmute and speak. The man from Rome, your hand is raised, and if you're not speaking.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, sir? I wanted to.
Can hear you loud and clear. Please go on.
All right. What I wanted to ask from what you have just said, it means if you are doing a coaching, for instance, coaching is different from having a pitch deck. You get me? Even though I tried doing something on my own practically before this class to create pitch deck, you get me? And I saw probably how it is. I've been hearing of pitch deck, especially when you come to looking for investors. But of a truth, I was looking at that word being so ambiguous and big as something one cannot really do. But because when I saw that this class topic today is pitch deck, I had to go research on my own. What actually is this pitch deck? So from what you are saying now, again, it's a pitch deck totally different from having to coach a person, because sometimes it's also the same materials you also present. Prepare both for coaching and pitch deck. If they are different, what actually makes them different?
Okay, because I've gotten the question, but I want to ask you, when you say coaching, you mean coaching like training someone? Is that what you mean?
Training, training online.
Okay, training. Okay, they're actually totally different. They are different. A pitch deck is strictly and majorly for your business, and it's for the purpose of getting an investor or partnership. You're trying to speak to stakeholders, you're trying to speak to an investor, you're trying to get just those 2 things. Those are the major things. I don't speak to an investor or a partner. Major, that is what a pitch deck really is all about. Okay, I can see your hand again.
So in that case, are you now advising, for instance, we have a business presentation, a business plan to present. Are you advising what one has put down on a business plan is immaterial, but doing that as a pitch deck when you come to presenting your business plan?
Yes. So because you can't see down your business plan, will probably, depending on your business, probably 5 pages, 10 pages, 20 pages, 50 pages, depending on the size of the business. And nobody will sit down to you for you to start reading through the business plan. They can read your business plan later. The pitch deck is you hitting the nail on the head about your business. Major points, major things I need to know to catch the attention of investor or possible partner or prospective partner in the shortest time possible. Do you get me? In the shortest time possible. They can take your business plan after listening to you pitch and read your business plan to get more details. But your pitch deck is majorly spot on, direct, and it's majorly for a very short period of time. It's very, very short. It's very, very short. I think most time the highest you probably will get to pitch a pitch deck will probably be 10-15 minutes. I'm not even sure I've seen anywhere where a pitch deck is taking up to 10-15 minutes actually. Okay, so I have another question. This will be the last one. I can move on.
Thank you. And so in one word now, how will you differentiate business plan, business proposal, and a pitch deck?
Business plan is a at times, I may say this, a business plan and a business proposal can, okay, they're not the same. So a business plan is a well-detailed structure of your business that captures virtually everything that needs to be known about your business. And every business should have a business plan. It is your business. A business proposal now is almost what you're going to do with a pitch deck, but it can be specific. It's more specific in the sense that, oh, I'm trying to write to you. Now, that is why it is called a proposal. Some elements of your business plan, of course, will still be in your business proposal, but let me call it a shorter version of your business plan, which, is specific, is direct to someone. Now, like why I say specific and direct is, I can be writing to an investor whose interest is into education, right? And my business is about health, but I'm trying to put a proposal that links my business about health, that links my business about filmmaking, that links my business about tech to education. That is to this particular person or to this particular organization. That is, so I cannot have one business plan, one business proposal for different investors. No. So it's going to be tailored to the organization, the investor, the person I am writing to. And the purpose is, if I do this, can the person ask me to send my business plan? Or can the person ask me to come and present about my business? And when it comes to the point of presentation, that is where you then need a pitch deck. So a pitch deck is majorly for you to present about your business. So I want to come and speak about my business. You can't put up your business plan or your business proposal to start presenting. No, you want to then create a pitch deck, meaning that you've moved from the level whereby, okay, the person has seen your proposal and they feel, okay, let's give the person a trial. Can you come and speak to this proposal? Then you then have to work on a pitch deck, which Viola already took us through. I'm not going to go back to that. Already captures major details that you need to put in it. It has to be captivating. It has to be, shouldn't be too wordy. It has to be direct. So this is what a pitch deck actually, does. I hope I've been able to answer your question. I hope with this 3 points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you on the differences between a business plan, business proposal, and pitch deck. So I'm going to move on because of time. I'm going to move on. I still see your hand raised, but I'm not going to take the hand again. I'm going to move on because of time. I have very limited time to go. All right. So, why preparing for presentation? Oh, I say why preparing. Okay, when you have a presentation, it is important to prepare. There's a saying that failure to plan is planning to fail. And in your process of planning is your preparation for your presentation. It is very important. You shouldn't just, because you have a business, because I have been presenting this thing. I've been presenting every year and there. So you don't prepare again. especially for those of us who have never pitched before, it is very important to present. I gave you an example earlier. I said, I took part in the competition. I did that last year or 2 years ago. And I have my pitch deck. I'm going to show you my pitch deck, my business. I'm going to show you. I just want you guys to see a practical pitch deck. And I was told 3 minutes. When I started practicing, I had my partner, my business partner with me, and he was my timekeeper. And at first, I was way over 5 minutes, but I think about 7 minutes. That's when I knew that there's trouble. So, but guess what? And my goal was to stop at 2 minutes 30 seconds. I plan not to even use up to 3 minutes. And I was already up to almost 7 minutes. So I kept going for days. In fact, you need to see me. I had to go back, and I would stand and I'll be presenting to myself. And before I knew it, I think I was able, I became an athlete. You know what this, if you see movie whereby they're trying to check your speed. At what time will you get to the finish line? So that when you get to the competition, you're already used to it. So I think I was able to hit that 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Maybe even shorter than that. So I think at the point I was able to hit 2 minutes, 20-something seconds. So preparation is very important. You have to just prepare. You have to anticipate common questions that they would ask you. Present to people. Let them ask you questions about your business. Probably go online and ask for possible questions that you can be asked, about your finances, about the risk in your business, about your market size. You might think, oh, you've done your own market size, you put something there. You'll be speaking to people who actually have better knowledge in the field than you. So prepare. What are the possible questions they will ask me? It doesn't mean that you have to load your pitch deck with all this information. Important information should be there. Then prepare for what are other things they want to ask me. Go and check other videos from people who have actually presented in the same thing that is close to your own business. Go online, watch Dragon's Den, watch all this competition. Check out what people have presented about your kind of business. What are the questions they've been asked? And try to answer the question for your own business. Also, stay calm. Be calm, be confident, be honest. If you don't know anything, there's no crime, actually. Don't try to now start mumbling things together. At times, you always want to sound perfect. No. If you have been asked a question and you don't know yet, acknowledge. I'll be glad to probably, if I have the opportunity, I can find out and respond to you later. Maybe I can send you a mail. Sometimes you may not have got the opportunity to still go back again. But that is why it is important for you to prepare properly. But peradventure, you found yourself in a position whereby you don't know it. Be honest. Somebody is trying to invest in you. If I see that this person is honest and this person is ready to learn, I can still take the decision to still invest in you. But if I know that this person is wrong and this person is trying to lie, it means that you are not trustworthy. It means that if I give you money, you're probably going to use my money to go and buy a car, and you need to spend it on your business. You understand? And also, when you are being asked tough questions, yes, sometimes you might be thrown tough questions. Don't now look lost. Don't look lost. I have something I do. And a lot of times, people at times, it takes somebody who's intelligent also to be able to also realize that, okay, I know what you did there. You get. At times you might ask me something that I don't know. But I might have an idea that is close to it. There's a way I'm going to say to you that you will know that maybe I, by adventure, do not know this thing, I do not answer you, but I'm going to give you something that is close to it. I'm going to give you something that's close to it. I am never going to appear totally blank. No. I'm never going to appear totally blank. Because at times, they know that you don't know this thing. When they ask you this question at times, nobody's expecting you to be perfect. No. but they also want to be able to see your ability to strategize, your ability to come up with solution even when you don't have a solution. How can you think? How can you be a thinker on the spot? Can you just think about it and, give that impression that even though I don't know this thing, but I have an idea. But if you give me time, trust me, it means I can actually, I can do better. So, and finally, let me just give you some final tip before I stop here. Time management. If you're giving time, I'm going to repeat again, if you're giving time, stick to the time. It is very, very important. Stick to that time. They shouldn't be giving you 2 minutes and they are still telling you, Oga, they're not telling you, or they have to be off in mic, or they have to tell you time up, time up, time up, time up, time up. Nah, no. That is why you have to practice. You have to rehearse multiple times to make sure that you fit into the time that has been given to you. You may not have 2 minutes, you may have 30 seconds. Like as I said, you should have different versions about your business. What will I say in 30 seconds? What will I say in 10 seconds? What will I say in 2 minutes? What will I say in 5 minutes? What will I say in 10 minutes? What would I say if it's an open conversation? Oh, we're just having lunch and we're just having discussion. How can I build conversation on my business to you that I will not bore you and use my business to kill you? And I'm just talking. Because some people don't know how to stop. Some don't know how to. Some people will just keep talking you with their business. They will talk you and you can choke you with the business. And you're talking to somebody, the person is not even paying, he's not even asking you a question. The person is just sipping his juice or coffee or whatever. And you just keep talking and you keep talking. Hello. So you need to know also how to have a conversation about your business. And end with a clear call to action. At the end of the day, what do you want? What then do you want? Do you want the person to come as a partner? Person to invest? What action do you want? Remember I said, I'm speaking to you on presentation, not only on pitching, but when you are pitching, when you have a pitch deck, your pitch deck, if it's an investor, that is why you need to know. You shouldn't just assume and just have one particular pitch, or you just have one PowerPoint presentation for your business, and every time that's what you use everywhere. No. Every time you must always go back and review your pitch deck for specific purposes. So if it's for investor, you must have and ask, how much are you looking for your business? What exactly do you need for your business? If it is partnership, what kind of partnership are you looking for? Be specific. End with a clear, concise, clear call to action. I'm going to say that again. End with a clear, concise call to action. So that when you finish speaking, then they don't want to then say, okay, you said you are asking for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Okay, what will you do with this money? In fact, by the way, your pitch deck should even capture what you do with the money. Yes. So let me quickly jump. I'm just going to do this in like 5 minutes because at time I know I didn't start. I'm on time, my own time. So let me just quickly show us any question before why I'm trying to bring out the pitch deck that I want to show you. I'm going to show you 2 pitch deck. Okay. Any question? Can you confirm you can hear me? Can you confirm you can hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. Do I have any question? If I move on. Okay, so there's no question. Please kindly mute. I know we have the ritual. Kindly mute, please. Thank you. All right, so can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this pitch deck As you can see, it's my company, Co-op Solutions, and this is the our major pitch deck. You can see it's 21 slides. It's quite long. It's quite long, and so if you look at this pitch deck, it started with what's my logo, my company logo, and my tagline with defining social impact. If you guys remember, I explained to you guys my focus as a person, what I work on. I'm a social innovator using tech to help social impact organizations, professionals, and enthusiasts. Simply put, in one statement, that is what I do. Understand? So you can see what I have first here is, what is the biggest challenge of social impact? Now, this is the question my business tend to answer. The biggest challenge of social impact. If I ask you this question, you probably will tell me different things, right? Hello? But maybe if you are in the social impact space, you probably tell me different things. Oh, fund, this, that one. So this is the question. Then I then move to our research finding. So this part I'm going to tell you in 2022, we conducted a research answering this question. And these were our findings. We were able to answer 6 questions. Yeah, so we were able to discover 6 questions, actually. And that would then lead us to what our business is then focusing on. We are trying to bridge the major gap we identified is lack of connection, collaboration, and access to digital tools within the social impact space. This is the gap we identified. I'm going to move fast. And this is then why co-ops exist. Established to connect social impact organizations, professionals, and enthusiasts to tech tools, resources, and community needed to thrive. Simply put, this is a simple description of my company. You know, at times, some of us, when we ask you to introduce your business, you know, you start saying so many things that sound confusing. In simple terms, one sentence, this is what my business does. Now, what is the solution we are creating? Like I know, like if you remember, Biola mentioned to you that you must have a solution. I'm going to move fast with this. Our target audience, organizations, social impact organizations, professionals, and enthusiasts. I'm sure you must have heard me say this. And if you look at this, it's very clear in those that we work with here. Can you see it here? It is here. And even when you hear me speak, if you hear me speak, I'm sure you must have heard me say this word severally. My focus is on social impact organizations, professionals, and enthusiasts. That is my focus. That is the focus of my business. So this is what I do. So these are my focus. And the product we are creating, I have to delete this part. I don't want you guys to see this part because I know this is being streamed online. So I just have to remove that. So it's having it's having premium features and having premium features. And we are starting from Nigeria, but we are thinking global. We were starting local. I'm just trying to show you guys an example. And I'll ask you a question. If you notice, like what Biola said, there's a consistency in the color. You cannot see green. You're not seeing yellow. You're not seeing blue. You're only seeing orange, black, and white. Simple. And this is being made in a way that it's captivating to your eyes. My market size, this is statistics. I have here, where did I get my data from? It is here. I didn't make up this data. This is the statistics about the market size of my business. The market analysis, this is our own analysis of the markets. I'm going to move fast. Our market share, what are we targeting? We're targeting a 10% of the market share. We are not trying to become, some of you, well, there's nothing bad in it. There's nothing bad in, let me say this. There's nothing bad in saying, oh, I want to be the one to be the number one. You know, some of us, the way we cut our vision, to be the leading and the only company that is doing this thing in the whole world. Pardon me, there's nothing wrong in it. But you see, for us, by the year 2030, we want to be able to capture the 10% of this market size, which is even a very big dream on its own. Oh, trust me, it is a very big dream. But it's a dream that we want to pursue. Our revenue model, this is our revenue model. Subscription-based premium services, advertisements, commission on platform, transaction, sponsorship. This is our revenue model. I'm not going to take time on it. Our financial projection. You can see our financial projection. We are targeting by 2028 to have 1 million active users on the platform we are building, with an annual average spending of $10 per person. And we are only targeting 30% of these 1 million users to be paying users. We're not saying all of them should be paying. We just want 30% of them to be able to pay. And what will this give us? $3 million in revenue by 2028. Which year are we in? 2025, right? All right. But I think this has been reviewed actually. So our markets, sorry, our competitor metrics. You need to go and learn this. It's important. We have the contender, we have the leader, we have the niche, we have the high performer. So these are I don't have time. I don't know if I can just take us through this. The major leader within the space where we are working in. For us, it is not for everybody. For our own business, as far as we are concerned, is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like our major, the solution we are creating now is the major, like a major competitor. We have Google for non-profit, we have Microsoft for non-profit, we have Gain Rep, we have this IBP network. So you need to know who are your competitors. Who are your competitors? It's important you know them. Our competitive advantage: holistic platform, user-centric design and functionality, expertise in technology and social impact, and competitive price. This is our competitive advantage. I'm going to move forward. What is the impact and our traction so far? Currently, we are working with over 50 organizations that we work with. Now, let me quickly pause on this. I'm not coming to tell you that, though at times you have opportunity where you want to present ideas whereby what you're working on is you don't have anybody yet. But if you are pitching in a place like Nigeria, that is why it is important you know the context of you know your environment, and you know the kind of people you are presenting to. Most times, this part of the world, they don't invest in ideas. They invest in something. At least there must be something doing. So even if it's an idea, what exactly are you doing? Remember, we are building a platform, but we are not waiting until we have a platform ready. We are already engaging with the people we are creating the platform for. This is why we say we already have over 50 organizations that we've reached, that we've worked with, over 200 professionals that we've trained, and we've been able to reach out to over 129 communities that we've worked with, and we've raised $5,000. Hello, please, can you mute? Please, can you mute? No. Please, who is that? Please, can you mute? So we've raised $5,000 already to support our MVP. Now, this on its own is speaking to whoever is listening to me that, oh, somebody already see a future in what these people are working on to be able to give them $5,000. So meaning that, oh, I can also come on board. But imagine that you don't even have anything. Or in this place, even if you don't have a funder, there's nothing wrong. You might want to put so far on a monthly basis. From this business, I make 200,000 naira. I make 10,000 naira. I make 1 million naira. That means the investor you are speaking to is already seeing a future that, oh, that means there's traction. If you trust me, you are speaking to people who are intelligent. You're not speaking to people who are foolish. You are saying you've worked with 50 organizations, and you can correlate that with at least something that you are making. It's not compulsory that to be fund. For me, or for us, my business, we decided to use this fund for a purpose because we want to tell you that somebody else, Tony Elimelu Foundation, had seen what we want to do, and they've trusted us to be able to give us $5,000. So meaning that if I tell you that Tony Elimelu has funded my business, and Tony Elimelu is not it's not somebody that is eating, you want everybody should know Tony Elimelu. Mean that you can then trust what I'm talking to you about, that, oh, I can also give you money to support this. Are you with me? Our team, like I said, this has been reviewed. We have more team than this. This was when this was created. We're just 2 of us, but now we are about 9. We have 9 staff now that work with us. We're 9 in total, rather, that work together. Now, me talking, presenting to you, what is my experience like? I'm telling you, I have over 10 years experience working in social development space. I'm a social development expert. And I have managed grants of over $3 million. Now, I'm speaking to convince you. I'm not just speaking to maybe show myself that, oh, I don't know. Meaning that I am presenting to you where? On social impact. I am not telling you experience in in the banking industry. No. That's nothing to do here. And I'm telling you that I've managed grants with all these organizations. I've worked on projects from these organizations. So meaning you can trust me. You can trace the progression of my business, my idea to my own personal expertise. I am not disconnected from what I say I'm doing. It is still, I am connected. Even though I have other things I'm doing, but what I'm presenting to you is connected. That is my focus. Hello, are you with me? And lastly, what am I asking? Our ask, we're asking for $50,000. Yeah, $50,000 to push our work. And this is where we're going to spend the money. 35% will work on improving the products we are building. 25% will go into hiring key staff, IT, marketing, design, blah, 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 blah. 15% will go into office and administrative expenses. And 25% will go into marketing and other things. And thank you. Now, because I'm teaching you, is why probably I spend maybe, let's say about how many minutes? About 10 minutes on this. But trust me, I'm going to present this. There's some things, other places where I'm explaining, I won't be explaining. I'm going spot on. In like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I can present this. 2 to 3 minutes, I can present this. So all these things have been internalized already. This is an abridged version of that same PowerPoint. I mean, it's like, can you see here, 10 slides. And I just had to collapse. In fact, in ideal size, it's just 9. It's just 9 because number 1 is just the logo. So what did I do? Created like a shorter version. I'm sure you can remember this. It's just a shorter version that captures, directs. So at this point, I'm just speaking to this. And this was what I used for the pitch. In like 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I was done. So, at this point, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to stop here to answer questions. If there are questions for me, kindly please ask me. Okay, Amaka, say you didn't answer my question. Okay, what was the question? Amaka, do you want to ask that question again? I'm not sure I remember your question.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for your lecture. What I'm asking is, on Saturday, what kind of pitch are we supposed to present? The one with slides or the vocal one? That's what
You're going to be doing both. You're going to be doing both. You have your pitch deck. So I'm actually going to get into that because all of us, after the training last week, we told you to create your business plan, right? And you have to submit that business plan today. We're going to share the link where you'll be uploading your business plan, where you'll be submitting. So the same way, you're going to go and create your business, also your pitch deck, the pitch deck for your business. Each of you will create your pitch deck. So next week, Saturday, I think that should be next week, at the pitch competition, you will be speaking to your pitch deck. So we are going to be listening to you at the same time looking at your pitch deck. But you're actually going to submit your pitch deck before that time. You're going to submit your pitch deck before that time. Probably by Friday, you would you will be submitting your pitch deck. So that is why you already have your business. You should have your business plan already, so that when you're then purchasing your pitch deck, you already it's more easier to then go into creating your pitch deck. So it's both. It's going to be virtual. And by the way, I don't know if we mentioned it to you. From the pitch competition, we're going to select 5 who will then present at the graduation, physically at the graduation. But everybody will be pitching virtually next week, and 5 will qualify to pitch at the graduation. Romanus, your hand is raised. Can go on with your question.
Yes, I have challenge, and I don't know if it is part of this class or not. But then I'm seeing your work. I was glad seeing your work. Though I try, like I said, I always do my trying. I try something and I'm not getting the desired palette for my business, kind of. So what will you tell a novice who probably doesn't have a graphic design experience, again, on best way to create his slide? You get me? On achieving that same color.
Okay. Okay, so quickly, that is why it is important. That's why we actually taught I remember the owner facilitator taught you guys about this. If you remember, during the physical training, and that's when they mentioned things like Canva. Canva is there for you. Canva is there. It's free. You can get a pitch deck on Canva that you can use. But let me say this: it is not the beauty, it's not the aesthetic of the slide that matters, but the content and your ability to present it. Because you can have it perfect, like I said earlier, you can use ChatGPT to create, pitch deck that is going to be gin. But if you cannot present it, it's just like you having a raw material that you don't know what to do with it. You get, but for basic how to create it, you can go to Canva. The other platforms, if you go online, there are templates that you can see. But don't just pick any templates. See how to streamline the templates to your own business, your own branding. Your own branding. In the first place, you even have a branding for your business. What is the brand representation for your business? I'm sure you saw my pitch deck. Our color is orange. And everything we do, orange, white, black. Orange, white, black. That's our color theme, right? So know your own branding, your branding team, your brand communication, all those things, so that when you then see a pitch deck, you can then see how to reconfigure, or I don't know the English to use now, make it tailored to you. All right, Ayo, Mercy.
Thank you, sir, for the knowledge and the teaching for today. Sir, I have a challenge.
What is your challenge?
I have a very big challenge. I don't have a laptop that I can put in my slide, or I'm going to go about it. I don't know how I'm going to go about it.
Okay, I was going to sing a song for you before. I just remember that song. If you get problem, call God. If you get business, come. All right, that's just on a lighter note. Actually, but you have a smartphone, do you?
Yes, sir.
So your phone is smart. Your phone is not dull. Trust me, you can do all this on your phone. Canva.
How am I going? No, the way you are portraying, not the way you explained your own, as in showed your slides and all that. How am I going to do that on my phone?
Yeah, go to Canva. Download Canva. Download Canva. Search for pitch deck templates, or just type pitch deck. You see different format. Canva is very. You can do it on your phone. Create it. In fact, a lot of presentations now are done with even Canva, even PowerPoint presentation. Are done with Canva, even on the phone. Now that's the beauty of tech now. On the go, I can be on the go that I'm doing my work. You get, so Canva is there. We can use Canva. I can also go to Google, type. You can go to there's some AI teams that even can help you create PowerPoints. I'm trying to remember. There's one on top of my head, but I can't really bring it out right now. There are different AI tools that can also help you create PowerPoints. But Canva for now is your friend. All right. Oluwatife.
I just want to that I think she's talking about when she wants to pitch it, not when she wants to design the presentation, the slides. Like when she wants to pitch, like how is she going to do that?
Okay, so when you want to pitch, you actually still do that on your phone. Actually, you can still do that. It's just the same way. We'll show you. Don't worry. We'll show you. Just a matter of you sharing. But that is why you need to submit. You just create a pitch deck, submit to us. So you submit. If you are unable to probably present it, we can actually do that for you from our own end. You get. However, it is still something you can do from your phone. You can present from your phone on Zoom. You can still present from your phone. It's actually not difficult. So it's something we can actually quickly show you through. So it's not difficult actually. Yeah. I hope that's answered the question. Ayo, is that it? Ayo Messi. Okay. So any other question? Any other question before we wrap up and call it a day? Any other question? Okay. So, in the absence of any question, please don't go off
I have
now.
a question, sir. I have a
Okay.
question.
Okay, Ayo.
And
Go on, is your
sir,
question.
the business plan, when are we going to submit it?
Okay, I already said you submitted today. The link where you will be submitting to will be shared with you. We'll communicate to
Okay.
you about where you'll be submitting to.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, thank you so much, everyone. Please listen to the following announcements. Before we go, this is the last session. This is the last virtual mentorship session. Let me stop. Live